few days ago on Donald Trump's Truth Social, he reaffirmed that a U.S. strategic crypto reserve was in fact a priority of his administration, and it would include more than just Bitcoin and Ethereum. Despite this, prices have been very volatile in the past week, and many are wondering whether or not they should be bullish on this affirmation and view this as a buying opportunity, or if this is not going to have the actual lasting impact that many people thought it would. What's up, guys? It's Crypto Dave here with the Top Tier, and in this video I want to break down what we need to know about the United States Crypto Reserve and whether or not this is actually a buying opportunity for crypto individuals. And if you enjoy these deep dives, definitely subscribe to the channel, tick the little bell, you'll get notified every single time that we post. Without any further ado, guys, let's go ahead and jump into the video. So the first post occurred on March 2nd, and it was essentially an affirmation that a crypto strategic reserve was in fact necessary and that his administration was working adamantly to put one in place. He also name dropped XRP, Sol, and ADA, which confirms the fact that the president is not just interested in Bitcoin, not just interested in Ethereum, but also interested in some of the broader crypto assets that exist in the altcoin space. He then follows up by saying, of course, it is also going to include Bitcoin and Ethereum, as many folks had sort of a misconception as to what the first post meant. I think overall the positive thing here is, of course, it is an affirmation of something that we had already suspected for quite some time. While he was campaigning, the idea of a U.S. strategic reserve was a very hot topic, and it was something that had a lot of investors optimistic. But that talk kind of died down as he moved closer to his inauguration, and we have not gotten really any updates before this that reaffirms this as a priority. So that's definitely the best thing here, is that we get another message from the president saying that we are still working on this, and as a matter of fact, we are going to include these assets in addition to what you would have already suspected. And as I already mentioned, the fact that he's name dropped other assets such as XRP, Sol, or ADA, regardless of your own personal philosophy on those coins in particular, it's great to see that the interest goes beyond Bitcoin and goes beyond Ethereum, and that there is the recognition from a major government that digital assets have a lot of functionality and they have a lot of intrinsic value other than a simple store of value. But why aren't markets going crazy over this news? Certainly you would expect Bitcoin to be back over 100K, you would expect altcoins to be fully bullish and everyone going crazy, but that's not the case. And I think the main takeaway is that while this is another affirmation that a U.S. strategic reserve is coming, it's really no concrete progress. The U.S. strategic reserve is not currently in place officially, and there is no set buying or investing strategy that has been laid out. It's very important to understand that once they actually put the reserve in place, they're going to have to lay out which assets they want to buy, how often they want to buy, and in what amount do they want to buy, and all of that is still yet to be unseen. So even though he has affirmed that the reserve is coming, he's name dropped a couple of altcoins, this is certainly optimistic, but there's no concrete progress, and I think that is the reason that the market is still being held back among some other narratives that we're going to talk about in a later video on more of the bearish side of the market. Like I mentioned, we have a lot of narratives battling it out right now. We have some positive narratives, some not positive narratives, and the markets are kind of in limbo, wondering which narrative is going to prevail and when will it feel comfortable to take some serious risk exposure. Now, as mentioned, Trump's recently imposed tariffs are causing a bit of a narrative battle between the optimism surrounding a strategic reserve as well as all of the recessionary fears. And I want you guys to watch our video on Trump's tariffs as well as whether or not we are heading towards a recession, because these are the two narratives that are battling it out right now as price whipsaws back and forth and as traders get wrecked. But I just want to redirect you to our Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index, and I'd like you to make note that for the past week, we have consistently been setting in scores under 25, which constitutes extreme fear within the market. This is very important because there's always going to be a narrative dictating markets, and it's important to stay objective about where price is and the relationship that the market has with that price. Most retail traders have capitulated, they are in shambles, and they are very fearful of some of the bearish narratives that are currently overtaking the market. So this could be a very great opportunity to position yourself with an appropriate level of risk and an appropriate level of financial management. And speaking of opportunity, we are looking at the Altcoin Season Index. This takes the top 50 cryptocurrencies, compares their performance over the last 90 days to Bitcoin, and shows you what percent of those altcoins have outperformed Bitcoin over that period of time. And we know that when less than 25% of these altcoins are outperforming Bitcoin, we generally see a nice opportunity in the altcoin space where we can make some nice money on some rotation. So I just want to point that out there. And of course, we do see this metric throughout history spend quite a considerable amount of time under the 25-point metric. So I don't want you to think that you need to go ahead and ape into altcoins and go crazy and throw a bunch of darts, but that opportunity has opened itself up. And as mentioned, as long as you have some proper risk management, I think there are a lot of nice opportunities coming to the table. So guys, if you want to learn how we are strategizing this market, join the Discord. You'll get access to my calls as well as the calls of 20 plus premium trading analysts between stocks, crypto, and Forex. In the next video, we're going to cover Trump's tariffs, and we're also going to talk about the Made in USA narrative a lot more in depth. So guys, definitely stick around for that. And until the next video, I'll catch you in the Discord. Peace.